Good morning, my friends. We have Catherine back. It's always a good morning when you have violins and a professional violin player and a violin present. This one is a Mandarin strings violin. We've just now dubbed her Mandy. A beginner student instrument? I don't know. I'm not the professional, so we'll leave this to Catherine to tell you all about it, and I will stop my talking and turn it over.
Very projective, definitely on the bright side. I think what he said earlier, for a mass-produced instrument, it sounds awesome. It gets a really decent sound, very clear. I'm not noticing any like weird muty sounds or any hissy sounds. So already we're off to a great start with a really good sound. So it can handle a lot of pushing, because I was really pushing the instrument there, kind of to see where what I call the roof of the sound. And it has a pretty tall roof. If you wanted to brighten it up even more, you could get a different set of strings, but Mandy already speaks out quite a bit. So, like I said earlier, the louds speak really well. I definitely have to work a little bit harder for some of those soft tones. And I think that would be a good thing for a student who really likes to play very aggressively and very loud. You're not going to be able to get the soft tones so easily. And so to have that student work a little bit extra and put in the extra effort in order to play soft, I think could expand their technique for dynamics. That is how I would approach that, me personally. But yes, this one really likes to be heard. So you do have to work quite a bit for those softer dynamics. That was a piece I played back in my undergraduate, and I just love how sunshiny it is. But the upper strings are very bright, and like I said, very loud. The lower strings, you do have to work a tiny bit more to get it to project. But you know, there's no harm in a little extra effort and hard work. But the lower strings do need a little extra love in order to really project the sound as much as the upper strings. But overall, I think this would be an excellent intermediate instrument for someone who is kind of, a little bit past their beginner instrument and wants to get some of those better sounds, wider range of dynamics, and to have, something that is as clear as this one, to have a clear sound. So I think this instrument could definitely carry someone through their intermediate journey.
I love hearing your teacher spin on this and kind of what you see as a professional instructor. The strings you're spot on. Those are new strings. They're made by attained. So they are synthetic, so which are going to give your child the easier starts and stops as opposed to a steel string. Those will break in, but a better set of strings could make a big difference, as well as the tailpiece. How the sound post is set up, it is a very bright instrument. Just a couple taps by a trained luthier could kind of dull that brightness, but sometimes this is what everyone is looking for. So always recommend touching base with the luthier just to get your violin dialed into your personal preferences. But this one is just set up and ready to play, and Catherine did a magnificent job, and hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for joining us, and play on, my friends.